Have you ever experienced the mysterious disappearance of your hard-earned cash by the end of the month, leaving you feeling like a financial magician pulling off a disappearing act? Or struggling to make ends meet and feeling like you're living paycheck to paycheck? Well, you're not alone. Financial freedom can seem like an elusive dream, but it's possible to achieve with a little bit of planning and discipline. Get ready to say goodbye to your financial woes and hello to financial freedom. We've got 5 simple budgeting tips to help you take control of your finances, save some dough, and work towards the ultimate goal of financial independence. Tracking expenses is an essential part of budgeting, as it allows you to see exactly where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back or make changes. For example, if you find that you're spending a lot of money on dining out or ordering in food, you may decide to start meal planning and cooking at home more often. One effective way to track your expenses is to use a budgeting app, such as Mint or Personal Capital. These apps allow you to link your bank accounts and credit cards so that all of your transactions are automatically categorized and tracked. You can also set up alerts for when you're nearing your budget limits in different categories, which can help you stay on track and avoid overspending. Another option is to keep a written or digital record of your expenses, such as in a spreadsheet or notebook. Make sure to categorize each expense, such as groceries, rent, or entertainment, and include the date and amount spent. At the end of each month, review your expenses to see where you can make adjustments to your budget. Tracking expenses is an essential step in managing your finances effectively. However, it can be challenging to stick to this habit, especially if you are new to it. Here are some tips that can help you stick to tracking expenses. Make it a daily habit. Make tracking your expenses a part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth. Set aside a specific time each day to record your expenses. Use a tracking app. Utilize a tracking app such as Mint, Personal Capital, or Pocket Guard. These apps automatically track your expenses and categorize them, making it easier for you to analyze your spending. Categorize your expenses. Categorize your expenses into different categories such as groceries, bills, transportation, entertainment, etc. This will help you identify areas where you can cut back on expenses. Set goals. Set achievable financial goals for yourself, such as saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or taking a vacation. This will give you a clear focus and motivation to stick to tracking your expenses. Review and adjust. Review your expenses regularly and adjust your budget accordingly. This will help you stay on track and ensure that you are meeting your financial goals. Remember, tracking your expenses is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process that requires discipline and commitment. With practice and dedication, you can master the art of tracking expenses and achieve financial freedom. Creating a budget helps you plan your spending, avoid overspending, and prioritize your financial goals. Examples of how to create a budget are: start by listing your income and expenses. Categorize your expenses into fixed, for example, rent, utilities, and variable, for example, groceries, entertainment. Set limits on each category based on your income and financial goals. Here are some examples of how you can create a budget that works for you. Use a spreadsheet. Create a spreadsheet to list all your income sources and expenses. This way, you can easily see where your money is going and make adjustments as needed. Use a budgeting app. These apps can track your expenses, create spending categories, and provide insights into your spending habits. Use the envelope method. This method involves allocating cash to different envelopes for different spending categories, such as groceries or entertainment. Once the cash in the envelope is gone, you can't spend any more money in that category for the month. Use the 50-30-20 rule. This rule suggests that 50% of your income should go towards essential expenses, 30% towards discretionary expenses, and 20% towards savings and debt repayment. Creating a budget is the easy part. Sticking to it is where most people falter. But fear not, there are ways to make budgeting a habit and stick to it. Set achievable goals. It's important to set achievable goals that are in line with your budget. If your goals are unrealistic, it's easy to become discouraged and give up on budgeting altogether. Make it a routine. Just like brushing your teeth, make budgeting a daily routine. Set aside some time every day to check your budget and track your expenses. Use reminders. Set reminders or alerts to notify you when it's time to check your budget. This way, you won't forget to track your expenses and stay on top of your budgeting goals. Hold yourself accountable. Create consequences for yourself if you don't stick to your budget. For example, if you overspend in a certain category, don't allow yourself to spend in that category again until the next month. Stay motivated. Remember why you started budgeting in the first place. Whether it's to pay off debt, save for a vacation, or buy a new car. Keep your goals in mind and let them motivate you to stick to your budget. Cutting back on unnecessary expenses frees up money that can be used to achieve your financial goals. Examples of unnecessary expenses include subscriptions to services that are not being fully utilized, buying expensive coffee daily instead of making it at home, paying for cable or streaming services that are not frequently watched, buying new clothes frequently instead of shopping from thrift stores, or only purchasing when necessary, and eating out frequently instead of cooking meals at home. It's important to assess where money is being spent and determine if there are areas where cuts can be made to save money and put toward financial goals. Look for areas where you're overspending and find cheaper alternatives. Set a limit on discretionary spending and stick to it. Review your bank and credit card statements. Take a look at your past expenses to identify patterns or recurring charges that you can eliminate or reduce. Evaluate your subscriptions. Evaluate your subscription services and identify which ones are no longer necessary or are not being fully utilized. Canceling unused or unnecessary subscriptions can save you a lot of money in the long run. Avoid impulse purchases. One of the biggest culprits of unnecessary expenses is impulse buying. To avoid this, try to avoid shopping without a specific list or purpose. Plan your meals. Eating out can quickly add up to significant expenses. Planning your meals and preparing food at home can help you save money and eat healthier. Use coupons and discounts. Take advantage of coupons and discounts when shopping to save money on essential items. By implementing these tips, you can identify and cut back on unnecessary expenses, helping you to stick to your budget and achieve your financial goals. An emergency fund provides a safety net for unexpected expenses like medical bills or car repairs. Having an emergency fund is crucial to achieving financial stability and freedom. It is the first line of defense against unexpected expenses, such as car repairs, medical bills, or job loss. Without an emergency fund, you may be forced to rely on credit cards or loans, which can lead to debt and financial stress. An emergency fund should ideally cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This may seem like a daunting task, but it's important to start small and consistently set aside money each month. Even if it's just a small amount, every little bit counts. One way to make building an emergency fund easier is to automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account each month. This way, you won't have to think about it or make a conscious effort to save. Another tip is to keep your emergency fund in a separate account from your regular savings. This will help you avoid the temptation to dip into it for non-emergency expenses. Look for a high-yield savings account that offers competitive interest rates and no fees. Once you have established your emergency fund, it's important to keep it intact for when you really need it. Here are some tips on how to do so. Make it a priority. Treat your emergency fund like any other important bill, such as rent or utilities. Set a monthly goal to save a certain amount and stick to it. Again, automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your emergency fund every month. This way, you won't forget to save, and you won't be tempted to spend the money on something else. Avoid touching it. Remember that your emergency fund is not a savings account for things like vacations or new gadgets. Only use it for true emergencies, such as unexpected medical bills or job loss. Replenish it as soon as possible. If you do have to dip into your emergency fund, make it a priority to replenish the money as soon as possible. This will ensure that you are prepared for any future emergencies that may arise. By following these tips, you can keep your emergency fund intact and ensure that you are prepared for any unexpected expenses that come your way. Increasing your income can help you reach your financial goals faster and provide more financial security. Here are a few examples of ways to increase income. Freelancing. If you have a skill like writing, graphic design, or programming, you can offer your services on freelancing websites like Upwork or Fiverr. Part-time work. You can take on a part-time job in addition to your full-time job. Many retailers, restaurants, and other businesses are often in need of part-time workers. Sell items online. If you have items that you no longer need or use, consider selling them online through platforms like eBay, Amazon, or Facebook Marketplace. Start a side business. Starting a side business can be a great way to earn extra income. Think about what you're good at and what people might be willing to pay for, and then start marketing your services. Participate in the gig economy. Companies like Uber, Lyft, and Postmates offer opportunities to earn money on your own schedule. Be proactive and don't be afraid to ask for what you're worth. Look for opportunities that align with your skills and interests. One way to pursue income-boosting opportunities is to start by identifying your skills and passions. This can involve taking a self-assessment to determine what you're good at and what you enjoy doing. From there, you can explore potential ways to turn your skills and passions into sources of income. Another tip is to stay informed about current job market trends and opportunities. Keep an eye out for job openings, freelance gigs, or other income opportunities that align with your skills and interests. Networking can also be an effective way to uncover new income opportunities, so consider attending industry events, joining professional organizations, or connecting with others in your field through social media. In addition, be open to learning new skills and taking on new challenges. This can help you expand your job prospects and increase your earning potential. Look for opportunities to take courses, attend workshops or conferences, or volunteer in your community to gain new experiences and build your resume. Finally, be persistent and patient in your pursuit of income-boosting opportunities. It may take some time and effort to find the right fit, but with a proactive and determined approach, you can increase your income and achieve greater financial stability. Achieving financial freedom requires discipline, planning, and patience. By implementing these 5 simple budgeting tips, you can take control of your finances and work towards your financial goals. Firstly, you need to track your expenses. Use tools such as budgeting apps, spreadsheets, or a good old-fashioned notebook to record your spending. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going and help you identify areas where you can cut back. Secondly, create a budget that is realistic and aligned with your financial goals. Take into consideration your income, expenses, debts, and savings. A budget will help you stay on track and avoid overspending. Thirdly, make sure you stick to your budget by developing good habits. Find ways to cut back on unnecessary expenses, such as eating out less, buying generic brands, or canceling subscriptions you don't use. Fourthly, build an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected expenses can quickly derail your financial progress. Aim to save 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses in a separate account. Finally, explore ways to increase your income. This could involve seeking a promotion, taking on a side hustle, or selling items you no longer need. Remember, achieving financial freedom is a journey, and it won't happen overnight. But by implementing these 5 simple budgeting tips, you'll be on the right track toward a brighter financial future.